Welcome to the Mindful Path, where we explore ways to nurture our minds, bodies, and spirits. Take a moment right now. Pause, breathe. How do you feel? Truly, how do you feel in your body, in your mind? Today, I want to invite you to reflect on the connection between movement and mental health. How often do you move not just to exercise, but to truly feel alive? Think back to when you were a child. Remember that energy, that natural desire to run, jump, and explore the world without hesitation? Somewhere along the way, many of us lose that instinct. Responsibilities pile up, stress becomes routine, and movement turns into something we have to do rather than something that brings joy. For me, movement became my refuge. As a child, I was bursting with energy, so much so that my parents struggled to keep up. A doctor even suggested medication to calm me down. But instead of suppressing my energy, my parents encouraged me to channel it through physical activity. That decision changed my life. Science tells us what many of us have experienced firsthand. Movement is medicine. But I want you to think beyond facts and figures. How do you feel after a walk in nature? After dancing freely in your living room? Movement shifts us. It clears our minds, lifts our spirits, and reminds us that we are alive. So when was the last time you moved simply because it made you feel good? Not for fitness goals, not out of obligation, but for the sheer joy of it? Mental health struggles touch all of us. Anxiety, depression, stress, these have become the norm rather than the exception. But what if, instead of feeling trapped in our minds, we could find relief through movement? Imagine if, instead of getting lost in overthinking, we let our bodies lead us to clarity. Even thousands of years ago, thinkers like Cicero understood this connection. He once said, "It is exercise alone that supports the spirits and keeps the mind in vigor." This wisdom is timeless, yet we often ignore it. What would happen if we reclaimed our natural ability to move? So, here's my challenge for you. First, when stress builds up, take a moment. Notice how your body feels. Are your shoulders tense? Is your breath shallow? Stand up, stretch, walk. Break the cycle of stress through movement. The next time you feel overwhelmed, don't stay frozen in that state. Move. Step outside, take a deep breath, shake out the tension. Notice the shift within you. Not all movement needs to be structured or planned. What do you love? Dancing, hiking, swimming, play with your kids, take a nature walk? Whatever fills you with joy. Make movement something you crave, not something you force. I've been in dark places before. After I retired from the military, I fell into setbacks stemming from depression, PTSD, and reliving the pressures of multiple deployments. Injuries, setbacks, I felt lost. I was still moving, but I had lost my purpose in it. The turning point wasn't training harder, it was finding joy in movement again. And I've seen this work beyond my own life. I once worked with a man battling severe bipolar disorder. His life was falling apart and he felt hopeless. But we made one simple change. He started running again, something he had loved in his youth. 6 months later, he wasn't just physically stronger, he was mentally clearer, more present, more alive. He found his movement. So I ask you, what is your movement? What makes you feel alive? If you don't know, start exploring. Find the movement that fills you with joy and do it often. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be yours. If this message resonated with you, take action today. Like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. And most importantly, get up, move, and reclaim your mental health. Until next time, stay mindful and keep moving. Please comment below and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.